how to pay off all of your bad debt. Like and subscribe if you enjoy. I am not a financial expert. Consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. First things first, there are two types of debt: bad debt and good debt. By definition, bad debt is taking money out of your pocket. This could be things such as cars on loans, student loans, wedding debt, a mortgage, so on and so forth. Good debt makes you money. This could be a mortgage on a rental property or a loan on the stock that is growing in value and so much more. The debt you should try to pay off is the bad debt, so then you can make enough money to not have to worry about extreme negative cash flow. Step number one is to add up all of your debt. You cannot pay back any debt unless you know how much there is. This may be the most painful part of the process, but it is a necessary part. While you're adding up all of your debt, make sure to write down all the interest rates of it too. Interest rates are a crucial role in knowing the amount you need to pay back because they are going to add up quickly if you don't pay them back. Step number two is to get rid of credit cards. I wouldn't normally recommend getting rid of credit cards because this lets you get better interest rates on good debt. However, it is very difficult to get out of debt when you can't see your money leaving your bank account or hands. Having credit cards will get you nowhere in paying off your debt because you'll just be accumulating more and more debt. You could have credit cards if you have debt from a failed business, otherwise you shouldn't use them. Step 3. Create a budget. You should not only make a budget for what not to spend, but for what you should spend as well, such as essentials and even wants. Make sure that you're putting enough money aside to pay off all of your debt in a matter of a few years. After all, that is what this video is about. Step 4 is to create a plan. How are you going to tackle it? I would recommend putting nearly everything left over towards paying off your debt. It is a choice on how much you're going to allocate towards this, but it is more important to pay off your debt than buy $100 worth of beers twice a week to hang out with friends. Make a list of the debts that scare you the most, so then when the time comes, you know which debts to pay off first. Step 5. Use the snowball method. This method is highly preached by Dave Ramsey. The snowball method states that you should pay off all of your debts from the smallest quantity to the largest. Except for your smallest debt, make the minimum payments on all of your debt. Then put as much money into the smallest debt as possible until it is completely gone. Repeat this process until every type of debt is gone. Why is this a good method? Well, it's because you're able to see results quickly and you feel more inspired and motivated to continue paying off your debts. If you did largest to smallest, you may feel like, this is going nowhere, why would I even continue? Step 6 is to pay more than the minimum fees. When you pay off more than your minimum fees on debt, you are paying off the principal. This means that no matter the size of the debt, you are paying less in interest, meaning that it's easier and easier and easier to pay off the principal and move on to your next debt or to your investments. Paying off the interest rates is doing nothing to your debt because that is what the bank is charging you for taking out the loan. You need to pay off the principal, which is what you borrowed. This is the only way you can get out of debt. By paying off the principal, you are saving a lot more money that you would have been paying towards interest. Decrease spending, increase earnings. By decreasing what you spend and increasing what you earn, you'll be able to pay off way more of your debt than usual. If you are thinking right now, I can't cut down on my spending, ask yourself, are you going out to dinners a lot? Are you getting mani-pedis instead of doing your own nails? And are you buying throwaway books instead of borrowing them from the library? These are some useless expenses that are easily preventable. Don't cut down on your education because that's an investment in yourself, but if you're in debt, you may as well borrow from the library so then you can save that money and then you can buy more books later on because you're not suffering from debt. Increasing your earnings could be learning a high-income skill or creating a side hustle. These are very easy to begin doing, and there are a bunch of options out there. A high-income skill is a high-valued skill, which is something like coding or copywriting that can make you over $10,000 per month with just a few clients. And a side hustle is a business that you do outside of work that you can allocate 10 to 20 hours a week working on. This could take over your main source of income. Finally, understand and stop doing the habits that got you into this mess in the first place. If it's credit card debt, stop spending so much. Just find an alternative option from what you were doing, no matter the debt. Here are some methods to make it easier and quicker to pay off debt. Make 2 half payments a month instead of 1 full payment. This will mean you are making 13 full payments a year instead of 12. Negotiate lower interest rates on your credit card if you decide to keep them. You can move your debt to one account or to one bank to make it easier to track. And there is so much more that I can't mention in this video, but by doing a little bit of research, you can make it so much easier and quicker to pay off your debt. Thanks for watching. I am not a financial expert. Do your own research before acting. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.